Hello and welcome to another round to Union Arena in the Tabletop Simulator. This time we're gonna take a look at the red Attack on Titan decks, which are the last decks that I'm gonna showcase. First off, the red decks are kind of weird because you can mix them like pretty easily, so there's no like single archetype that you can build. However, I managed to get two different style decks. The first one just revolves around Eren Jaeger in his Titan forms. In the Attack Titan form, and there's like different raid cards for the Attack Titan. It's a really mana hungry deck, as you can see. It's like a red cost character, 8 cost character that is red, which is like, I think we haven't seen this before. Usually green are the high cost characters. And then on the blue side, on the other side, we got the Trinity over here. We have the Mikasa raid, the normal Eren Jaeger raid without his Titan form, and then the Armin, who's not a raid character. So this is like the main trio of the series, and you can build a deck around them too. Alright, so far so good. I'm gonna throw the dice to see who will go first. Again, red side is the Attack Titan and blue side are the Trinity. We have a 5 and a 2, so the Trinity will go first. Alright, first turn, we get our action point, we don't draw a card. We got a pretty decent hand with like 2 0-cost character, 1-cost character, and the side Cadet Corps round, which basically boosts all your Cadet Corps character affinity cards. However, you need to sideline this card. So let's just start the turn by playing one of the 0-cost Armin, because he allows us to draw a card and place a card from our hand into the sideline. We drew the special trigger, which is pretty nice to be honest. I think here it's kinda difficult to trash a card, because I kinda need all of them. I think I'm gonna actually sideline the special trigger here. Let's untap and anti-turn. We will gain 2 action points and draw the card. We also get a special trigger here, the Hardened Punch, which allows us to KO 5k if I'm correct. And it protects our Eren from the special trigger, which is pretty nice. This deck wants to build a board really quickly and draw many cards, because all of the abilities will give you card draw, or like you take a live card to your hand and stuff like that. So we start off with the Carla Jaeger. She can gain 1 energy generation when you sideline her. And then we're gonna play the Eren Kruger. Yes. You can sideline this card, and then you can draw 2 cards and place 1 card from my hand in the sideline, so it's a pretty good draw engine. Let's untap here and anti-turn. Alright, we gain 2 action points, draw a card, and there's another Armin, so it would have been better to actually sideline him. But I wanted to keep him because I forgot how many copies I run in the deck. Probably 4. Let's use our first action point. We're just gonna play the Armin on the field, and we're gonna play the 0-cost Eren Jaeger on the field, so next time we can potentially raid. I didn't want to swing now because I kinda need 4 energy to play all these big cards, and currently we only have 1 more card that we can play that generates energy. So let's untap here and anti-turn. We are going to stay at 2 action points. We can draw a card, and we need to get a lot of energy for this character and the other raid character, which is 6 cost. However, when these are outside, they will do a lot of damage, I think. This means that we also not move anyone to the front line, because I kind of want to use my Eren Jaeger as an energy card. So I think I will just also play the 0-cost character. I unfortunately don't have a final trigger on my hand, so I cannot restate my action points, and play the double-cost Eren Jaeger onto the field. I will not use any of these abilities yet, but I'm probably gonna use them next turn. Let's untap and anti-turn. This is, to be honest, kind of slow start for a red deck, because usually you want to have like a lot of attacks early on. We draw the raid Mikasa, which is pretty good, and she can sideline a character. Okay. We have the final trigger, which means that this turn we might be able to bring out a lot of characters. Which means I think I'm gonna start by doing an action point draw, and we get another final trigger. Oh, that's not too good, to be honest. Again, we will move no one to the front line. We're gonna use one of the special triggers now to restate our action points. Okay, this is a little bit awkward, but I think I have to do it like this. We're gonna play the Cadet Corps, set the resting on the field so we can go up to 4 energy. I will sideline. I will remove this Armin to play the double energy generation Armin on the field. When blade ability activates, choose up to one character on your field. It gains 1000 battle points until the end of the turn. It doesn't really matter because I have no one on the front line. And if I raid this Eren, I would have needed him to stay in the energy line so I can play this Armin. Whatever. Next up, I think I will activate the second Dedicate Your Heart ability. Oh, actually no, I will keep this on the hand, sorry. I will use this action point, I'm gonna do it differently, and raid this Eren Jaeger. Move him to the front line, his Wind Blade ability activates and I can draw a card. It's another Mikasa, oh that's bad. And now I can use his active main ability. If on the front line, place one card from your life area into the sideline. If you do, choose up to one action point and switch it back to active. So basically I'm gonna do this. I put the top card into the sideline. And it would have been an active trigger, and I can choose one action point to set it back to active. Which I then gonna use to put the Armin on the field. Since I don't really need to block next turn with him anyways, I'm gonna play him in the energy line, and this time I can give the Eren Jaeger plus 1000, that it really matters. Then I'm gonna swing plus 1000, and there is no blocker, which means this one hits, and this is the basement, which is a really important card in this deck because it gives you dream energy generation. Okay, this is everything for this turn. Let's untap here and end the turn. I need to read a lot of these cards because I haven't played the deck yet. We get another basement, so this start is a little bit slower, I think. I need the key to the basement card in my sideline, so this card is actually cheaper, but I don't have it right now. But I still really want to play it this turn, which means I need 6 energy generation. Gonna activate this ability no matter what, I think. And I think I can start with this. So I use this active main ability, switch to resting, sideline this card. I can activate this only once during my turn. If Grisha Jäger is on the field, sorry. We don't have Grisha. I cannot activate this, okay. My bad, okay. Then I think I'm gonna activate this ability. I will use her ability to give her another energy generation. So I'm at total at 6 energy, and then I will remove this character actually, I think. And play the basement onto the energy line for 6 energy. This is a 3 energy generation card, which is super useful in this deck, and if I have the key to the basement, again, this would only cost 4. So when played, I can draw a card and put one card from my hand into the sideline. Draw another 8 cost card. And I think I want to sideline this Eren, but I'm kind of worried that I will have not enough raid material. So I think I'm gonna sideline one of the hardened punches actually. And then we are a total of 8 energy generation, because this is 3, this is plus 2, so 5, 6 and 8. Which means I can bring the attack titan out and move him to the front line. He only costs 1 action point, right? The active main ability to sideline one character with 2000 or less battle points, and when attacking I can give him impact 1 or switch his character to active if I have 3 or less life cards. Oh, this is actually pretty good, to be honest. And then just to protect him this turn, I still have 5 energy generation. I will use the hardened punch. It will cost 1 action point less if I have Eren Jaeger on the field, which I have. I can KO 5k on my opponent's front line, and this attack titan will be protected from special triggers. Which means that I'm gonna sideline this Eren right here, so I can also deal double damage this turn. I cannot restand him because I still have 6 life cards, but I'm just gonna swing double damage. And this character is protected from a special trigger. So let's see what we get. We get a draw trigger. And we get a get trigger. That's pretty good material for my opponent's hand. Alright, there was no special trigger, so the hardened punch was a little bit of a bad choice, but you can never know. And we could like put on some early pressure here. Let's untap and anti-turn. We'll draw a card, and again the red decks, they wanna do like a lot of damage early on. So it's always good to use your resources as good as possible. Again, we don't have a lot of things that we can do here. We will definitely do one of the action point draws. This cannot be true. We get another final trigger, which means that there will be no final trigger in my life probably. I guess let's move the... Or should I move to the front line? We actually just need 4 energy generation, which I will have if I move both of them to the front line. Then we're gonna use the final trigger again, restate our action points. We can play one Eren here to the energy line and then raid with this Eren. Move him to the front line and draw a card. Oh, a 3-cost color trigger Mikasa is not bad. I don't want to use this ability because my opponent deals a lot of damage and I kind of want to save it here. Question is just if I play the Mikasa only or if I use the action point restate and raid with the Mikasa too. I guess I kind of want to fill my board a lot, so I'm gonna just use the special trigger, state 2 of my action points back to active. I will play another Mikasa and then immediately raid it. I can return a character on my opponent's field and sideline it with 2500 less battle points, but my opponent has a 5k, so it doesn't really matter. Then I can still use his active main ability. Once per turn, activate this character's main blade ability, and I can give up to 1 character plus 1000, which doesn't really matter here because none of them have double damage or something like this, and this is a 5k character, so all of them could be blocked, but I'm just gonna do it anyways and give this Eren plus 1000. Then we will go into the battle phase. I think I'm gonna swing with him first because my opponent cannot block this. We get a get trigger, which is a food, I think. Then again my opponent can block one of them, and there could be active triggers here, which means that the next attack will be blocked no matter what. That's why I'm just gonna swing with the Mikasa. I'm gonna block this. Oops, so now we don't take a life card here. Then swing with the Armin. This one connects and it's an active trigger as I mentioned, so this character will be set to active and he can block the last attack. Alright, let's untap this and end the turn. Okay, draw. My opponent did some damage in this turn, but I think I can retaliate pretty good here. Again, we don't draw another final trigger, which is pretty bad, but we can draw some cards with the Steamed Potato for free. I think that might be a good idea. I can bring out the other Titans this turn, but I can do less life cards. Okay, this is kind of interesting. Okay, 5 energy, 6 energy in total. Oh no, she's sidelined, right? Or removed? Yeah, sidelined. She's sidelined. Sorry, bad. So I really need the special trigger here. Okay, let's just see how well this goes. We start definitely by playing the Eren Jaeger onto the front line, because I think I can still use his active main ability even if he's tapped. So activate main if on the front line once per turn, add 1 card from your life area to your hand. If you do, this character gains 1000 battle points. I will do this. Add 1 card from, this is the key to the basement, right? Okay, that is quite unfortunate. The reason why I did this is because I'm at 3 life card, and so I can actually restate this character and swing again with him, which is pretty neat. Then I think I'm gonna use the Steamed Potato Serum. Place up to 3 cards from your hand on the bottom of your deck in any order. Draw a number of cards equal to the cards placed on the bottom of your deck with this ability, and I can choose up to 1 action point and switch it back to active, which is a pretty nice card. So let's switch this back to active. I think I want to bottom deck the key to the basement for sure. Another basement or the Eren Jaeger. Let's see, we have 8. I definitely want to play this turn. Let's bottom deck this guy too. And the basement with bottom deck 3 cards. And then we draw 3 cards. Alright. Up to 3 cards, draw numbers, yeah. 1, 2, 3. This goes into the sideline. Oh yeah, we got the action point restate here. but I don't think we can play both 8 cost. Let me just calculate really quickly. This is 5. This would be 7, 8. No, we can only raid with 1. But we need to use this anyways. So we're gonna restate our action points. We're gonna play this Eren Jaeger for 1. Then we're at 7, and then we're gonna play this Eren Jaeger for 1. And then with our last card, we're gonna raid. Bring another attack titan out onto the front line, double damage, activate main. I can sideline a 2000 battle point of this character. And when attacking, I can switch this character back to active. However, we are not protected from the special trigger anymore. So I think I'm just gonna use his ability first, active main. If on the front line, I can sideline a 2000 battle points character, which would be this Armin. Then I would like to go to the battle phase. We're gonna swing with him. When attacking, I will switch him back to active because I have 3 or less life cards. And this is a double damage character. Do I want to block the first one, or this will be 4 attacks in total. But I could give him impact 1 too. So it would be 3 damage that he needs to take. Unless there is a special trigger. So I think I will take the first double damage card. We got a raid trigger, but we don't have the energy requirement for that. And we got another raid trigger. Wow. Alright. Then gonna swing again, and this time I have to block. This will be no impact 1 swing. Now, if I swing twice with him, it would clear the board because my opponent only has 2 life cards left. If I give him impact 1, I can safely just deal 1 damage. There could be a special trigger and one of my titans would probably die. However, I only would need 1 more impact damage next turn to win. So I think both plays here is a good option, but I kind of want to clear my opponent's board so he cannot do damage to me. So I will swing normally and restate him again because I have 3 or less life cards. And then assuming that when attacking ability once per turn means once per turn per card and not per like in total. It will be blocked by him, and then the second attack will be blocked by her. And he is rested. Then we can untap here and anti-turn. Draw a card. This looks pretty bad, and we have another raid. Which means that we can probably give up here. I think it wouldn't be smart to do an action point draw. We're just gonna play this onto the front line. Does he have any good ability? Yeah, no. His ability doesn't save us at all, so we're just gonna place one Mikasa onto the front line. And we're gonna raid the Eren and move him to the front line. Then we could swing. And when attacking, I could put her on top of my deck and play another 3 cost or less energy character if I, 3 or less energy character, but like I don't have anything on my hand, so I'm just gonna block it with him. Then untap here and end it turn. Alright, this was a pretty good game. We got a lot of attack titans out and we got another 6 cost here. I'm gonna do an action point draw. We got a 0 cost Eren Jaeger, which means I'm gonna play him. We are at 4, 7, 8. I could play another attack titan here. I could play him. You know what? Yeah, there you go. Gonna raid him. Move him to the front line. We have in total like 6 attacks with him, which is pretty nice. So I think my opponent has no way on winning. However, I will actually... What does he do again? I can buff him for 4000 battle points too. You know what, I'm gonna do this. Activate main before my battle phase. I'm gonna add 1 card to my hand. Give him 1000 battle points. Then gonna swing. This time I'm gonna choose to give him impact 1. Which means my opponent still has to block, but I'm gonna deal 1 damage. And it's not a special trigger, which means that these attacks, I will give him impact 1 too. Probably... this time I don't actually need to block because double damage at 1 life is the same like impact 1. And as you can see, it's a raid trigger, which will go to the hand. And then the Eren Jaeger attack titan mode won the game. It's actually like a super strong deck. I thought like the energy requirement would be like a big issue, but with this basement and the key to the basement card, It's actually pretty easy to bring out your 8-cost characters, as you can see here. Alright guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. This was the last Attack on Titans deck, and I will see you in the next time.